do I feel good today. What's up, everybody? Welcome in to The Early Edge, your sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting, and it's not even close. All of the odds on The Early Edge provided by our incredible partners, the king of all sports books, BetMGM. Now, across all of our shows, all of our brands for the last 6 days, a really solid week for us. 22-15 after Sunday Night Football, really starting to get in our groove. Uncle Dave on the Prop Show, absolutely phenomenal. The Counselor, phenomenal. Maestro going 2 out of 3. The Panthers stink. We thought they'd be better, but that's all we want to do is just win more than we lose. We're here every single day, and that's what we're all about. Now, do not forget, our weekends tonight on Primetime Early Edge. That's right, the Kickoff Show, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The Chargers and the Jets. And the Jets have a better record than the Chargers right now. They're at home, a chance to stay above 500. We break it all down with Coach Phil, the crew, everybody tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So with all that being said, all the housekeeping done, let's bring in the stars of the show. You know them, you love them, and on a Monday morning, we go 5 wide. An embarrassment of riches. My 5-tool player, AB, is here. The maestro, Larry Hartstein, is here. The goofy guy waving at you, Buckets, is here. And Proppy, part of his running ticket in 2024, is here this morning. So it begs the question, who gets our 15 seconds today? Well, the Eagles covered for me yesterday. Our resident Eagle fan, Proppy, is very happy. I like to keep Proppy happy. So, Proppy, this morning, courtesy of you covering for me today, you get our 15 seconds.
I appreciate it, Coach. Fly, Eagles, fly. Unfortunately, Dallas Goedert suffered a forearm injury. He will land on injured reserve. So the victory did come at a price. Still happy to see us with the best record in the NFL, Coach, as we head into Week 10.
You're damn right.
To see us. Did you hear him say to see us? I didn't know you suited up last night.
I did. I played a vital role from the sidelines, Larry.
It does. It does. I felt it. I really, really did. A.J. Brown, you're now dead to me. You decided yesterday? It's okay. We made up for it in spades. Now, tonight, a very big, important Monday Night Football game. It's time to play our little game of fade or follow. Here's the numbers. The Jets continue to surprise all of us. They're above 500. The Chargers are not, but yet L.A. is favored 3.5. The total 39.5. Maestro, I'm going to come right to you. You're our NFL guy. Are we fading or following the Chargers as the favorite?
It's just hard to see why the Chargers should be laying more than a field goal given their body of work. They have a 4-point win in Minnesota. Otherwise, they've done nothing on the road. Yeah, they beat up on the Bears in Tyson Bagent's first road start. And their pass rush could make it very hard on Zach Wilson with that makeshift O-line. But look at what the Jets defense has done to elite quarterbacks. Talking about Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen. 4 TDs and 8 interceptions in those games. 2-1 straight up. They covered all 3 of those. I think Justin Herbert's going to have an uneven game tonight.
I like hearing that. Oh, the Chargers, all the fans that are out here 40 or 50 miles from me. Shut it. Courtesy the maestro and me. Now, Proppy, when I look at this game tonight, it's one of those situations where sports books may not quite know what to do with props, your specialty, or clearly, and I agree with the maestro, with the side here. Are we fading or following anything that you like tonight?
Yeah, it's a really intriguing matchup, Coach. If we look at this at first glance, this Jets team without Aaron Rodgers, you would think that the Chargers have a big talent advantage. And while they may on paper, they obviously just find creative ways to lose football games, and they're constantly playing below expectations, while the Jets seem to be overachievers, and even without Aaron Rodgers have still remained very competitive, as Larry mentioned. So Justin Herbert does not look to be 100%. No Josh Palmer, who has been his second favorite target after Keenan Allen since Mike Williams went down. So this Chargers offense, in my opinion, is going to struggle. We know how good this Jets defense is. Zach Wilson has been a liability. Breece Hall is absolutely electric, though, in the backfield. I think they'll lean heavily on the running back. I ultimately think this is going to be a low-scoring game that comes down to the final possession. I have a slight lean to the Jets for that reason.
Proppy, you know this is only a 30-minute show, right? You aware of that?
I am, Coach. Sorry.
Okay. Tom in the chat said so many cash tickets from the primetime show last night. Well, the man in charge of that show, his name's our 5-tool player. His name is AB, and he's here this morning. So, AB, that compliment is for you putting that show together. But I need to know your take right here, right now on this game. Fade or follow?
I am taking the over in this game. I am going to politely disagree, Proppy. I think that there are going to be a lot of points scored because you look at both teams and they're really not that good. It's going to feel like Mario Kart on the interstate after work in gridlock trying to get home. They're going to be short fields all over the place for both offenses. And quite frankly, that's exactly what the Jets need to score. And the Chargers, they are going to put pressure on the Jets and give themselves short fields to score as well. So it's kind of an unconventional play here, but I really like points just because this game is going to be pure chaos.
And we saw that chaos when the Jets played the Broncos. And what happened? There was a bunch of points scored. Now, as many of you know, the show has somewhat got out of my hands lately. And one of the, I guess, catchphrases that we use here is hashtag educate and entertain, which I'm always going to tout when somebody does, but when somebody does it, I'm going to call that out too. So in the chat, and I'm going to read this word for word. Snug the Cat says, Buckets, does we see both QBs throwing an interception tonight? Does we see? All right, Snug the Cat. You asked for it. You got it. The no-fly zone courtesy Buckets is back open tonight for Monday Night Football. It is, you know what? I'm just going to let you take it from here. What do you like here, Buckets?
Well, Coach, I got to dedicate this segment now to our boy Snug the Cat in the chat because do we see? I don't know what we do see here, but what I do see, Snug the Cat, are two names that I have never heard of in my whole life. And that just makes my heart happy because I know that the research that it takes to find value here is incredible, Coach. And when I look at these names and I see somebody whose last name is Herbert, another French quarterback, you know damn well I'm going to be sticking with the French QBs here, Coach. And here's a fun little known fact for everybody that maybe I'm making up. Who really knows? Herbert and Geoff went to the same university. They both attended Jean Monnet University in Saint-Étienne, France there, Coach. So nice little extra nugget of information to everybody. And if you forget this play for some reason, I actually wrote everybody a little rhyme to remember how to bet the no-fly zone. So here we go. We got to back the French QBs to throw those big old INTs, Coach. Let's go for it. J. Herbert all day here.
Do I even ask? Do you want to do the work?
Coach, I was going to say, do you even need us? That was incredible.
I don't know what that just was. Did you just tell our audience of the best sports betting show in the world that Jared Goff and Herbert?
Real quick, Geoff. I just want to make sure if we're the best sports betting brand in the world, we got to pronounce these names right. Come on.
AB. Proppy,
he's out of control.
Proppy, do not egg this on. Do not egg this on. Maestro, I apologize. David said, Buckets, what did you just say? I'm asking the same damn question. All right. Where are you going to bet on these French quarterbacks that went to the same high school back in the day? Amazing. The synergy. New BetMGM customers can sign up today and get $200 in bonus bets. Just place your first wager of at least $10 and you will receive $200 instantly in bonus bets regardless of your wager's outcome with bonus code EDGE200. Now, you guys know that early edge against Pick 6. I am wiping the floor with my man Will Brinson. I'm having another 3-1 week. Tonight could be 4-1. It would be my third straight 4-1 week, ladies and gentlemen, for this show. I'm on fire. Don't sleep on your boy. Where? Oh, 4:15 Eastern today. Here.
We need the sports news anywhere.
We've got breaking news to bring you.
Then get your sports anytime you want them. Big trade news overnight to discuss.
Because we know you need sports all the time.
A lot of movement in the rankings this week.
A legend adds to their legacy.
We're bringing you that breaking news right here on HQ.
CBS Sports HQ, anywhere, anytime, all the time.
John says you guys could go on the road with this bit. Hilarious. John, I agree. If it was a bit, it's not a bit. He does whatever he wants, and then we just kind of react to it. That's the bit. Oh, all right. It's now time for our board. And Proppy, I'm coming over to you because not only is it just an NFL Monday, it's also an NBA Monday. And I got to be honest with you. I felt like the players over the weekend playing in these in-season tournament games played just a little bit harder, at least $500,000 going to the players of the winning team on December 9th. But another big night tonight. Where are you headed?
Coach, we are going to take a look at Old Faithful, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Sorry, I probably butchered that. But yeah, I'm backing Giannis over 25.5 points. It's been a somewhat slow start to the former MVP, averaging only 24 points per game, which is unusual for Giannis, who averaged 31 points per game last season. But you have to attribute a lot of that to the new teammate and Damian Lillard, his usage rate, and just sort of this Milwaukee Bucks team adjusting to life with all these new pieces. They're 3-2. They have a great matchup against the Brooklyn Nets, a total of 230 points. I expect this game to potentially be competitive as well. So I like Giannis to be aggressive tonight, Coach, to come out, potentially score 30-plus points. I think he's a great value over 25.5 points tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, I really feel like, and you tell me if you agree, now that Damian Lillard is there, it's really going to help us on some numbers with Giannis because he'll go 30 or 40. And I think, at least in the first few games, people are kind of forgotten about Giannis just a little bit.
I couldn't agree more, Coach. I think it's reflected in his scoring. The guy's still probably the second best player, or 1B to Nikola Jokic. So I love Giannis. I think he's going to start rolling here starting tonight.
Oh, it's so funny you would mention that Jokic name. Stand by on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Jason said it's time for the Buckets bit. Don't bite off more than you can chew. We're not doing a Buckets bit. Rob says, you guys are simply awesome, Coach. Thank you very much. Shay says, new to the chat, but not the show. You guys are great, Coach. Man, I like the positive attitudes this morning. I like the positive feedback. But now it's time. Because even though it's not a super busy day on the pitch, hashtag next level soccer capper, it is an important day on the. Why are you laughing? I'm literally serious heading into tossing it to you. I'm begging you to be professional. One day in your life. Buckets, can you give me 2 plays today, please?
Coach, I can absolutely do that, and I can do that in a professional and top etiquette-like manner as well here. So what we're going to do, Coach, is we are going to start as a thank you to you. We're going to go to your favorite league in all of footy here, the wonderful Italian Serie A. In a beautiful matchup between newly promoted Frosinone taking on the embarrassment of Serie A, Empoli. Now, Frosinone, to everybody that hasn't watched Italian football before, is a little bit of an analogy because this is a team that plays entirely different than everybody else in the league. Even though they are newly promoted, they are consistently producing results and finding goals regardless who their opponents are. And they're doing especially well when they play at their home stadium. When they play at Stadio Benito Strip, this is a team that every single week just looks incredible here. Meanwhile, Empoli has scored in only 2 of their 10 matches here. But I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to give out an under. I'm not going to give out both teams not to score. Instead, what I'm going to do is bet on Frosinone over 0.5 team total in the first half, which is the same bet as Frosinone to score in the first half at -115. Then we are swinging over to the Danish Superligaen. This match is at 1 p.m. between Brøndby AF and AGF. Excuse me. And for this matchup, we're doing the exact same thing we did for AGF last week. We're taking both teams to score because sometimes you just don't want to overthink things. These are 2 teams that are in tremendous form, 2 teams that have a lot to play for as they're fighting for top of the league and finishing in the championship round, and 2 teams that, frankly, and most importantly, score a ton of goals. Brøndby has scored in all 13 of their league matches so far this season. AGF has scored in 12 of their 13 league matches so far this season. The fact that we can get both teams to score at -110, frankly, to me, feels a little bit like a gift in that Danish Superligaen match at 1 p.m. this afternoon.
I thought that was well done, Buckets. I thought that was really, really well done. Can you repeat the leagues for me, please?
Yes, we are going to Italy's Serie A at 12:30 for that match with Frosinone. and the Danish Super League at 1 p.m. for the Brøndby match.
And where can the good people watch every single Serie A match on their screen?
Synergy. Coach Paramount Plus, of course, is where you'll be watching that match.
Boom. Streaming live every single day. By the way, Taylor says, see that little mischievous Smurf in the background? That's Buckets. That's so true. Do you know what a Smurf is, Buckets?
No.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Literally, he's like 14 years old. He doesn't know what a Smurf is. Interesting. Well, these ladies probably don't know what Smurfs are either, but I can tell you this, that this Sunday you do not want to miss what we have on CBS Sports Network, the final chance to watch legends on the pitch.
An NWSL semifinal Sunday you'll never forget, with an icon leading the Shield winners against a legend who's hanging up her boots, and a budding star looking for back-to-back championships against a squad determined to give their captain a grand finale. All on CBS Sports Network.
Oh, I can't wait for that. The end of an era. Now, there are certain times of the year where we get very excited because you know how much we love SportsLine. You know how much we love bringing you all the education and entertainment. But now another sport is kind of kicking things off, and I need my 5-spot, Snake, because I got to come back over to the Maestro real quick. When we start college basketball in November, it's different than any other sport. What can the good people expect?
Well, we've got a ton of picks up on the site already from a number of experts, and more will be posted throughout the day. We're also going to have a featured article by Bruce Marshall. If you don't know who Bruce is, he's one of the most knowledgeable college basketball minds in the country. Check it out. Just go to analysis, click on college basketball, and there you will get not just the 100-word pick write-ups that we do on the site. You're talking about in-depth knowledge that really is unmatched in the industry. So Bruce will be doing that on big slates like we have today. It's a great tip for college basketball. I have one pick already that I've locked in, and I'm going to add myself, but it's really a great time of year. And I should mention, Coach, if I could just take another 10 seconds, that today or this week, we will be debuting a new NHL expert.
I mean, what else do you guys want? Unmatched. You heard the man. Real quick, because I know we're not supposed to do this, and I don't want the bosses to get angry with me. But what was your one play today that you have posted at SportsLine for college basketball? What was
Long Beach State minus 2.5.
Long Beach State, 25 miles from where I'm sitting right now. I may go to the game, root them on from the stands. Long Beach State, let's go. I used to work with Seth Greenberg. He coached at Long Beach State a long time ago. See, the Maestro giving out bonus picks. I got 2 for you for SportsLine itself. Yes, Maestro, go.
I hate to break it to you, but the game is in Portland.
Damn it! Okay, I won't go. We still can't.
I'll be there, Coach.
Oh, thank you. Is that where Parts Unknown is? Interesting. All right, here's 2 plays from SportsLine. Snake, how about the graphics? Are you kidding me right now? All right, Charleston minus 6.5. This is from our man Berg Betts. He's always in the chat answering questions for you. We're going to go minus 6.5 tonight because the post-Rick Pitino era, that is starting at Iona. The problem is all those players he had that won all those games, they're gone. They're not there anymore. But Charleston, they do have veterans. They do play a fast pace. We'll take them minus the 6.5. Then a classic clang game, as I like to call it. You got a bunch of young kids at Kentucky who don't know how to shoot. Then you got New Mexico State. They've got a new head coach. He loves to play really, really, really slow. So we're going to take the under 141.5. I encourage you not to watch that game. All right. Now, we always come on Monday mornings. We don't wait for the primetime show to give you a little taste of what we're thinking about for Monday Night Football. So, AB, our 5-tool player. You're up, big boy. What do you got?
Unfortunately, we don't have any Danish Continental Breakfast League play for you, but there's this new upstart league called the National Football League, and I think it really has a chance to take off. We're going to go with the Chargers and the Jets over 2.5 turnovers tonight because everything that we just mentioned. You have a Jets defense that can get after the quarterback and shut down your wide receivers, especially when the Chargers are dealing with injuries at said skill position. On the opposite side, Zach Wilson. I don't really have to say much else. So we're going to take those there. We're also going to play buckets. This is for you. Both teams to score 15 points or more in this game. That's it. 15 points, 2 touchdowns, and a field goal. Again, I do believe that this will be higher scoring than we think, or than the public thinks, and maybe the books as well. So we're going to ride that both to get to at least 15. Now, Coach, it is my understanding that you are a gentleman that likes to have fun. Can you confirm that?
I can confirm 100% I am that guy.
All right. Well, you know what? Our research was right, and us and the audience together have something that the entire show, all of us, are going to play tonight and have some fun. So, Snake, hit me with the AB Jokic 3. That's right. We're getting down tonight with it. Jokic over 1.5 threes at plus 135. Now, we started this train Friday, nailed it. Actually, Jokic nailed it by halftime. That's how good and dialed in our man was. But the smart way is that we let it ride the next day and just sat and let him do his thing. You know what? He didn't hit the over 1.5. That's exactly what we wanted and knew what would happen. Got the big fella a day off. He's coming back strong tonight at home. And for anyone who's new to this bet, it is always at 1.5. It is always at plus money. And Jokic always hits at least one in the first quarter. So together, all of us, Early Edge family, BetMGM family, all of us together, riding this one tonight. And when you see below, if you're brand new to BetMGM, sign up, promo code EDGE200, bet $10, get $200. What better way to celebrate?
Oh, my God. You just gave me so many ideas. My mind is just racing right now, just popping with ideas. So we're going to play this together. That means the entire audience, the entire crew, together on one bet, we all root in the same way. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Buckets.
Real quick. Even me, Coach?
Yes, even you, Buckets, get to play. Yeah. And I know you're going to text me, say, where is it? So I actually have BetMGM open as we speak, and there's so many different ways that you can play, but it's very simple. Just go into the game that you want to bet on, and all the wagers just pop right up there. They can't make it any easier, even for you, Buckets, even for you. AB, well done. Well done. All I care about is 2 threes now. That's all I care about. And primetime early edge at 7:30 p.m. time tonight. I care about that too. Now, Maestro, my apologies that Buckets ruined your flow because I was getting ready to go into this incredible introduction before we went, and even me, Coach? Yeah. So I'm going to shorten it up and just say this man is everything NFL. It was me and him day one, almost 3 years ago. We're now a month out officially. December 6th was our first day. What's today? Today's November 6th. See how I did that, Buckets? That's next level hosting right there. So, Maestro, if you don't mind, I don't need just one today. I would love 2 today, if you don't mind.
I'm on the Jets plus 3.5, another primetime spot. We saw them do it against Buffalo. We saw them cover against the Chiefs. All they have to do here is lose by a field goal. This Chargers team, they destroyed the Bears at home. Let's see them go on the road against an elite defense, a great pass defense, which is what the Chargers are all about. And let's see them dissect that pass defense. I don't think they can do it. I think it's going to be an uneven game for Justin Herbert. He'll have some great moments. I also think he will get picked off at some point. And Breece Hall looks totally healthy. 5.7 yards per carry. The Jets are going to ride him. And for my prop, I really think Breece Hall is going to get going out of the backfield as a receiver. We've seen him go for 130 receiving yards the last 2 weeks. A lot of quick throws from Zach Wilson against that pass rush. He's going to need to get rid of it quick to Breece Hall. The Chargers give up the second most receiving yards to opposing running backs. So it's just a great matchup all the way around for Breece Hall coming out of the backfield. Those are my plays for Monday Night Football.
Why do you think it's at 18.5 when he's had just a monster 2 weeks?
Well, I mean, they look at the whole season, obviously, and like Proppy says, you can never 100% count on running backs to get those receptions because so much of that can change depending on game flow. And I've had some of these props that look amazing on paper, not pan out. But in this matchup with Zach Wilson scrambling from pressure, dumping it off, and with Breece Hall just looking so healthy, this is a guy who can do it in one catch.
There's no doubt about it. Can't wait. We'll discuss way more about Monday Night Football tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. A couple of things from the chat. Reed says, hey, AB, I grabbed that play an hour ago when I got the alert on my SportsLine app. Very interesting, Reed. But to get that alert, you'd have to be a SportsLine member. So guess what? There's a lot of people here that are not SportsLine members because you're brand new. You're checking us out. It's Monday morning. I get it. So I'm going to do you a solid right here, right now. I'm going to give you 60% off the quarterly plan. It's the 3-month plan. There's 3 selections. Hit the quarterly plan. Use that promo code COACH. There's the QR code. Go to sportsline.com/join and be a part of what we're doing. Be a part of the party at the pay window, as Buckets likes to say, because it's growing rapidly. Also, a couple of plays. Some books don't have your both teams to score. Buckets, the over 2.5, they said, was minus 125. Would you play that instead?
I am okay with the over in the Danish game specifically, yes. I think Brøndby win that one. I'm looking at a 2-1, 3-1 scoreline.
All right, and the other one, Tottenham, Chelsea, big one today in the Premier League. Do you have a play on that?
I don't have a play. I have a lean. I think Spurs win, but Chelsea's just too hard of a team to predict right now, and regression's going to come for Spurs eventually.
AB, go.
Yep. For anyone who cannot find turnover props that are always set at 2.5, BetMGM just created a brand new bet where you can combine interceptions for both quarterbacks, and the number is set over and under 1.5. And I believe right now it's about 1 plus 170 for the over 1.5. So BetMGM, check that out. It is a really, really nice play there.
I am staring. There are over 15 different things to get into just for the game tonight. 15 at BetMGM. Pre-built, player touchdowns, touchdown score and win. I mean, every bet you want, they have at BetMGM. And I'm not saying that because they're our partners. I absolutely love them. I loved them before they were our partners, and they know that. All right, I think we've answered everything. It's now time for you to go out into the world and spread all the good word and be kind to one another. So grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here's the recap, courtesy of our man, the Snake, on the 1s and the 2s. Maestro's on the Jets plus 3.5. Then Breece Hall. He has looked electric the last few weeks for the Jets. Over 18.5 receiving yards, minus 135. Then Buckets, 2 plays this afternoon. Serie Frozen on. A first half team total over half. What does this mean if you've never bet soccer before? All they have to do is score 1 goal in the first 45 minutes, and we cash. Then in the Danish Superliga, Brøndby, AGF, both teams to score minus 110. He would be comfortable with over 2.5 if your book does not have that play. Then Proppy, 1 play from the NBA, but I have it on good authority. He will have a couple of plays tonight on primetime early edge. Giannis, over 25.5 points, minus 120. Then AB, Nikola Jokic, over 1.5 threes. Chargers, Jets, over 2.5 turnovers. And Chargers, Jets, both teams. AB believes there will be points tonight. Will score at least 15 points, minus 125. And then college basketball, just getting started. You heard the Maestro. We've got new people, new things. You got to get in there, kind of check it out. Do a deep dive. Find out where your comfort zone is. Charleston, minus 6.5. Then New Mexico State, Kentucky. Let's go under 141.5. I feel like an 80-50 game right there. That'd be a nice sweet spot coming in at 130. And do not forget, tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, me and the crew will be back for primetime early edge, counting down to the Chargers and the Jets, the end of Week 9 of the National Football League. All right, we've got work to do. We've got to go grind. Why? Because there's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My time crew, the ball. Buckets, AB, Proppy, Maestro, Snake always on the 1s and the 2s. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We do grind for you. Why? So we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about. See you tonight. Early Edge.